Alright, here we are in Chapter 1 with low romance and high corruption for our first game over ending or bad ending. And we got our long-haired boy back in his kimono. So let's start with the first choice, different choice. Telling him, don't overexert yourself. As your senpai, I think you shouldn't overexert yourself. Okay, I understand. All that I ask is that you don't overexert yourself, okay? For my sake, at least.
Yes, of course not. Worrying will make wrinkles, and you're too young for that.
Thanks? I guess he's kind of concerned for me still. Alright, and the first endure. Here we go. Souma! What do you want me to do? I was at a loss. Offering him blood was an unsightly proposition, one that may only alienate him more. But he clawed at himself, twisting his limbs from the sheer agony of his painful outburst.
Please, miss. Leave me be. I feel even worse having you watch me in this state.
In between panted breaths, Souma timidly eked out a request, but I had to deny him. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't respect your wishes, but at the very least, allow me to keep you company, just to make sure that you'll be okay. He immediately flung his body around, turning his back to me before I wrapped my arms around him. And now our roles are reversed. I'm behind him now.
No! No!
His muscles tensed in my tender embrace. Even while suffering, Souma was attempting to show some sense of dignity, gnashing his teeth in a superhuman display of restraint. Hang in there, Souma!
I'm fine. Please don't worry.
Souma! I locked my fingers around him, crying into his back dimples in a desperate show of support. Not the back dimples. Minutes felt like days as we waited for his onset to pass, and I feared how much more of this he could take, were he to insist upon enduring it. You're the one who insisted upon him enduring it. I was there. I made you make that choice. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that wasn't really his decision. And now he's got his haircut. One more choice, and then we get to our first bad ending. What was the last choice in this route? Oh yeah, did we end up fighting Miki in the very first chapter? Man, it really was a long time before he showed up again. Heyo! Oh, right, this. You know that I can't just leave you behind. I won't. I can't do that.
Please! We mustn't waste time. You heard our orders. This man is ready to kill the chief.
No!
Now hold your horses. Let me make one thing clear. None of you are going anywhere.
Alright. Miki's made his point. Now hold on. I have a plan. Where you all die, so it doesn't matter. I assume Amagiri's not gonna come and save us this time. Because, you know, raisins. Bad ending raisins. Thanks, Kondo. Alright, here we go.
Now, you think you're ready for me, kid? Well, ready or not, I suppose it makes no real difference to me.
Souma shook as he tried to stabilize himself. However, he was no match for the speed and fervor of Miki's maelstrom of steel. Gee. Oh no!
Gah!
A cloud of dust kicked up around Souma, who lost his balance from the relentless flurry of stab wounds. Miki, however, seized the chance to finish off his vulnerable opponent.
Time to wrap things up now.
Sunlight gleamed on the edge of Miki's sword as he lifted his arm high into the air. No! Without realizing it, I reflexively broke into a sprint.
Miss Yukimura, don't come closer!
Soma's voice cracked as he shouted at me. The last thing I saw was that beautiful smile. Something pierced my chest, halting me in place. Oh. Numbness began to trickle throughout my body and blood frothed at my mouth as my ability to breathe became more and more difficult. Suddenly, I collapsed to the ground.
Yeesh. The fogey warned me not to kill you, but I have a tendency to let my fingers slip.
God damn you! You hurt Miss Yukimura!
Everything around me melted into a blurry mess. I wanted so badly to scream out at Souma, but it was no use, and light was fading from my eyes. In the next moment, I heard two chilling sounds.
No!
Flesh being ripped asunder by steel like a swine under a butcher's blade. Ugh. And a haunting groan. I hadn't even needed to ask whose voice it was. As much as I'd wanted to deny it. Souma was brutally murdered by Miki. There was no time to mourn, no time to process. Everything went silent, and then black. Well, presumably Miki was able to kill Kondo after that, so he got revenge on somebody. So maybe Miki had a bit of a happier ending here. I don't know. Revenge isn't so sweet, though. He might have been like, now what? Okay, that was bad ending number 1. So, let's go on to bad ending number 2, I guess.